clear messages that in all the work done, eligibility to success, only for the future, say, but not involving the future generation. So, okay. So, I have drawn from my 35 years of experience all over the world in reinventing created minds and commandments, if you could call it that way. I don't like the word commandments, they are more like lessons learned, recommendations, suggestions, guidelines. And again, not trying to go one by one. There's the topic of this, the contribution. To share the PowerPoint that people can read from themselves. There are some very papers written for free for and you can read it for yourself and make use of it if you like it. My approach for more sustainable is to communicate to inform. It and this is quite important for the discussion today. Um, that motivating approach in the starting point of my approach is that 80% of the knowledge and the know-how, even within the organization, institution, or community, planning, is conveyed to people like me, mobilize the 20% external knowledge and know-how to unlock the intrinsic potential. Yes, we have no knowledge the masters anymore of the plans in the sense of we think how the design job is of consultation, job is no. I consider my role more as a facilitator, a facilitator, somebody who can add a meaning to different ideas, not processing information a mix through learning by doing. So with a continuum of experimentation, learning through three types of learning: learning by lecturing, self-learning, co-learning, using the theory of change framework. The theory of change framework is something that is very helpful to study any kind of planning process, any kind of project. We can use it. And it means that you have to aim for results in terms of outcomes and impacts. And it will all depend on your resources in terms of inputs and outputs. So going too fast into results without investment in our resources will not lead to the desired results. So I will also not go into detail here. I explain also how this can be applied to conceptualizing how a planning system could be organized for region, for region, the choices that were stand alone, legal conjunction, more part of a more approach on planning, development, monitoring, because planning should not just lead to in the end, it has to lead to better places. And the impact should be that places are more sustainable than before the plan. So the planning is a pathway to work on the results at the three levels. Our work does not stop when computing and then moving and implement itself and see results and to generate the impacts and the put our goal to also for the always include project and Vietnam. Well, it's we're actually focusing on establishing a center of urban excellence within the Ministry of Construction and do a kind of training of trainers. Establishing a center of urban excellence might not look like a very urban planning like they usually we work on plans and not on establishing centers. My take is that we have to plan for the planning institutions, whether it's educational or or doing in Vietnam, it's still very old family traditional, with German, you know, the linkages with the private sector, with the other stakeholders, and especially now with citizen from excellence, they could actually try to break out of that kind of problem and see the kind of conflict and see to, to do planning, but also go into the field, work with them, help them to do to make their own plan. So the old fashioned and still prevalent way of doing planning in Vietnam is that the state owns the making of a master plan for a certain area that can be outsourced to the private sector. Yeah. Then it comes back to the and then goes through 15 different committees within the public authority, and then it is stamped off. The people will inform and we're trying to with that kind of a sclerosed procedure and make it more participatory and more innovative. The second branch of work is advancing a better legal framework, including supporting the new Ukrainian law and reforming the criminal law. And the third thing is actually working with three technical on the demonstrative projects. And when we actually mobilize that new single access to test it out, not just the theory and business plans and so on, but hey, just learning by doing. And then we also hope that the lessons learned will help us to create. So this is a bit actually it's an approach that could be applied in many other similar cases. And of course, all of this lies with the commitment to implement the strategy and the new urban agenda. In order to be clear, and please tell me any more to they go long, strong, training of trainers. You see the life, the life of the Center for Excellence, basically explaining, the knowledge triangle that we had developed, and he's making it his own, and he's internalizing it within the organization, to be used in so it, it's a very step-by-step approach. Once it is internalized, they can also train people down the line, let's say at the provincial level, at local level. So you get the whole chain reaction of training from to and the way around. When you work with local communities, you also have their positive and then you see a nice quote that knowledge isn't free, you have to pay attention. I think that's a simple statement, but so true. Um, yeah, these are a bit more details about the training modules that we have developed together with the center. Um, I think for them, it's essential. Yeah, we need to put the on not just on the analytical cognitive skills, you know, but more on strategic action skills, communication, negotiation, and inclusion skills, management skills, monitoring and learning skills. So a more holistic approach to skill development and just knowing what the plan is, how to oh, now I hear a lot of noise. We also use the guidelines, say, coming out with a UN mostly on how to achieve common, vibrant, connected, resilient, inclusive communities and cities, and how you can use these five qualifiers of sustainable urban development in the country and around developing habits and capabilities and baseline, what is now, and what do you project in the next 10, 20, 30 years, and how can we establish a management system to inform the people and the civil plan, interoperability, wrong, wrong, I think mitigating measures to um, this is a bit more in detail. Yes, I can wrap up in 3 minutes. We put a lot of emphasis also on training Vietnam institutions SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and raising awareness, mainstream SDGs in plan making, toward them, don't keep messaging, things like Center for Urban Excellence, and we will therefore partners with similar centers elsewhere in the region. So if you don't bring in the centers of excellence, maybe we can establish some kind of partnership that could be valuable. Well, yes, I'm calling so conclusion that the need for more purpose-driven alliances, the implementation SDGs, and more of an agenda, and that we will become a little bit step closer to the conclusion. As I said, Vietnam is a very proud country. They have beaten many imperial powers. You have to give it to them, but it also leads to some kind of infrastructure and it's important that the current leadership of Vietnam steps a little bit out of the comfort zone and establish strong alliance partnerships to drive the sustainable agenda forward. Because it will not be able to do well enough. So I think I will more or less leave it here, because you know all the things and how to do it, in what sort of collaboration, and so on.